Wait for it.
Got
There
it.
we go. 3, 2, and 1. Well, Mayor Shane, that time again. Welcome back. Mayor's Monday here at WSAU, WSAU.com. The office behind you appears to be a little more bare than normal. I mean, are you in the process of like deep cleaning or something in there?
Well, first of all, thanks, Mike. Good to see
Mhm.
you. I kind of have a different camera, so it has a different perspective.
Oh, okay. I thought
So
maybe you were getting the carpets cleaned or something behind you there because everything does look very clean. But
I like a clean, semi-clean, organized office
okay. Yeah,
for the
I
most
can I
part.
can respect that as well. I still subscribe to the doctrine that great minds have messy desks. You should see my desk here at the office. There are papers all over the place. I'm sure your executive assistant Emily would probably get anxiety just looking at my desks. I know she likes to have a clean desk, but
She's very
uh,
organized.
yeah,
Does a
again,
very
great
good job.
minds. Yes, yes, she's the one that makes you look good more often than not. She's a great ambassador for the
I
for the
will always
city
agree
as
with
well.
that. She's my left and right
Indeed.
arm and heart and soul.
Man, does,
I always say
does
I'm the
your,
pretty face of the office, but that's not true either.
I was gonna say, does your wife know that you talk about Emily like that as well? But
I have a face for radio on TV.
yes, yes, indeed. And me as well, which is why I don't always like the fact that you can see me on here like this, but I digress. Speaking of which, we are getting late into the year. I know you're probably going deep into budget seasons and and things like that. But the one thing that the residents are probably going to be seeing is the aquatic center is going to be closing up here pretty soon as well.
Yeah, that's correct. We are closing on August 21st. First is our last day of operation. I know some other communities have already closed, and it's always kind of becomes a contentious time because we don't make it to the big weekend. But we lose most of our staff as everybody else does because they are college kids or high school kids that are going back to school or sports, and so there's just nothing we can do about that. We had adults that applied and wanted to be attendants. We would most likely hire them if they were the right fit, and we just don't get that. So we're limited.
Yeah, indeed, and that's the case. Well, pretty much everywhere. Obviously, everybody knows that there's been a hiring crunch, and it's been hard to keep good help around these days. But that doesn't mean though that it's going to be the end of the season
Oh,
for that
no.
complex out there, because there's still going to be some great reasons to get out there and enjoy September and into October as well.
Yeah, there's going to be use. There's use all year round. Our pickleball courts will go strong until the weather squeezes them out, and then once we get the cold weather, then we'll get ice flowing, and so yeah, there'll be some uses there. But we still have a big day on August 24th. Everybody looks forward to Dog Day at the park, and the only ones that get to use the pool are the dogs. And so that is a great event, and we partner with our local humane society, and I think it's $5 per dog plus a donation, and yeah, it's a great event, and we highly recommend that you pre-register because we usually cap at around 90 dogs, so it can fill up pretty quick.
So, what exactly do the dogs get to do splashing around in the pool then?
They get to splash around. There is no riding the tubes down the slide. They just get to enjoy the three different pools, and that's kind of last hurrah for the water before it's cleaned up and tucked away for the winter.
Yeah, indeed. And so you get to bring in some of your fetch toys to throw to the dogs in the water, as long as the toys float, of course, right?
That's the important part. But yeah,
Yes.
it's a great event, and everybody in the community that participates really enjoys it and looks forward to it.
I know you're a pet owner. I'm a pet owner. Anybody that's watched any of these videos knows that I can't stop talking about my cat once I get started. So we won't talk about the cat because the cats won't be allowed in the pool. But for somebody like you, who I know you're a dog owner as well, it's got to be a great event for you to see, because we all know how important the humane societies are around the area, especially because we just had a story last week about 22 dogs being rescued, and those dogs
Saw
now
that.
in the care of the Humane Society. So this is, to me, it's a cause that you can never promote too much because of how important pets are in our lives.
Yeah, we have a fabulous humane society here, and I'm sure they all are, but I'm going to break up ours. And they do a great job and provide a very important service to our community. And being able to adopt out these pets to people that are looking for pets is a good thing for our community.
Is there any chance then that the Humane Society brings some of those dogs that are up for adoption to let you test drive the dogs there?
Test drive with the pool? That's a good
Uh-huh.
question. I don't know. I don't think they bring any animals in for uh, for like an adoption event. I think it's just
Mhm.
kind of more about how we can support them financially and through their needs that they need there.
So then what kind of donations then are you specifically looking for the Humane Society? Is that dog food, treats, toys,
Yeah,
leashes?
Kleenex, gas cards, garbage bags, different kitten food, puppy food, dry dog food, sensitive
Mhm.
adult sensitive stomach adult food, those kind of things. That's what they're looking for. And if you're unable to participate in an event and you don't own a dog, but or a cat, and you want to, they will gladly accept those needed items at any point. So you don't need to participate in this event to do that.
Yes, indeed. My rule is every time I buy a bag of cat food for my cat, there's one that goes to the, or at least one that goes to the Humane Society as well, sometimes too, just because I know it's they don't stop eating just because the doors are locked at the facility.
Yeah, especially like you said, when you have a big rescue, that's a lot of new mouths to feed and house and take care of.
Indeed. So I'm certainly glad to talk up an event like that at any time, and it's great to see that you're able to partner with the Humane Society down there in Wisconsin Rapids to help them out at a time like this. One other thing that we were going to talk about, of course, street construction season still going on. I know there's a couple of big projects that you have right now in Wisconsin Rapids. Can you just give us an update on how some of those are going and how the schedule's looking?
So Jackson Street, a big project we have here is downtown. It's next to our Jackson Street Bridge, and it's a long road that's been slated through a program with the state to be reconstructed. So I've been kind of keeping tabs of that out my window. They removed some traffic. They removed a traffic light. They put in a roundabout, um, kind of switching from a 4-lane road down to a 2-lane road. They're supposed to asphalt this week. I haven't heard why we haven't gotten asphalt yet, but it's getting close. And so then they'll start phase two, which is another section of it, which is going to block the Grand Avenue side. So we're trying to do in phases so we don't have both bridges downtown closed. And so we're just kind of waiting to see when the asphalt gets laid here. And they've been out working today on leveling out gravel and the base. And so hopefully that'll happen soon.
And I know this is also a fairly important stretch of road because your annual Christmas holiday parade goes kind of right into this area. So I'm guessing you really want that to be completed in time for that coming up in November, correct?
Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely. And it should be all completed by then if there isn't any snags. But yeah, that will be the downtown holiday event downtown, and it should be good.
Of course, better laid plans have failed. Chances are I may be down there for that to drive the WSAU Jeep, but I know that that's a big event every year in Wisconsin Rapids that everybody
Mhm.
looks forward to.
Yes, it's a well done event.
Yeah, well, and of course we'll have more on that later on as the year progresses. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves and kill off the
That
rest
means
of summer
snows. We're
yet.
talking about snow too, so
Yeah,
we don't want to do that yet.
yeah, we don't want to do that yet. I know you're probably going to want to fast forward to the orange holiday in November. You want to get to gun deer season. You
I
want to get to
started already August 1st, so we're getting ready.
really. Let's here
Never too early to
we're gonna
start.
grade the facial hair here. Let's see what we got going on there. That's a pretty good
So we're
one.
getting her. So
I'm at since Monday. So my growing skills aren't all that great, but yes, I know that's something that you're going to be want to fast forward to, but we don't want to do that just yet.
no, no, we have to get through both season first. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. We also have to get you through budget season as well. I know
Correct.
you've already started some of that. Give us an idea where we are with that.
So yeah, so we've kind of had a high level conversation about budgets, and so now the more of the finer detailed budgets are going to be worked through, and they are due to my office and the finance director end of next week. And so then we'll get working on getting that compiled together for council as soon as possible, and start having some meetings and see where we end up.
And I know this is something that in the last couple of years you've kind of taken a bit of a different approach to as far as writing the budget goes as well. You're finding that's kind of a better way of getting it done, at least for you.
Yeah, it seems to work, but we've been really spending a lot of time, and some other communities have had, and I've gone out and looked at their websites, and creating a capital improvements plan. We are kind of falling short on that, so we've been working on internally improving that process and hopefully planning better for the next 5, 10 years out. And I think that will even make our budget even more easier because we will know projects 3, 4 years out, whether it be infrastructure projects or building or those type of things that will build a better plan for them if we have them laid out in a plan.
Yeah, indeed. It's always better to have a roadmap like that so you can or even find the details of what plans should be done at what time, because this plan may play off of something from plan B, or
Right.
maybe better off if we do this one first before plan C, because it wouldn't make sense to do it backwards the other way, or it may be less efficient to do it the other way around.
And also planning on how you're going to pay for that, and discussing that 5 years out versus, oh, we've got to do this next year. How are we going to come up with the money? And so that'll allow for better planning on how you can figure out how to fund these projects that are become a priority, and prioritizing those projects. Because as our finance director says, every project looks great in a vacuum, but when you compare them all next to each other, then you can really start to really see the priorities in the project.
Anybody that has ever owned a house, I think, just nodded their head in agreement on that.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
because
Indeed.
we
Well,
all do that every day, and there's no reason why, as a city, we shouldn't be doing the same thing.
indeed. Well, we always appreciate the time, Mayor Shane. We look forward to chatting again next month, and at that point, again, being 1 month closer to finding out what what kind of game you're going after this hunting season.
Exactly, we can talk hunting. We'll have a
Indeed.
hunting show.
Well, yes, indeed. All right.